Manitoba Theatre for Young People is putting on its final show of the season. It's called Billie and the Moon, and it's all about summer camp and what could sometimes be a lonely time away from home, but not if you have the moon as your friend. Joining us now is MTYP's artistic director, Pablo Felices-Luna. Good morning, Pablo.
Good morning, Rochelle.
Thank you.
Nice to see you.
Well, it's nice to see you. Now, what is season? This is the last show of the season.
That's right.
How did this year go?
It was wonderful, and you know what? You just said last show of the season. The other day I was talking to somebody and I realized we started our season with a production of Where the Wild Things Are, where we encourage kids to be wild and, you know, free themselves.
Yeah.
And then we finished the season with this beautiful show by a Manitoba playwright called Billie and the Moon, where it's a little bit of the opposite side of the equation, like what happens to a shy, introverted child when they're sent to a very boisterous and loud and exciting summer camp, like a sleepaway camp.
Right.
Yeah.
It could be jarring for some kids being away from home.
Yeah, and all of that beautiful wildness that we like to encourage kids to experience can also be overwhelming for others, right? So how do we navigate those relationships? How do we navigate those experiences? So
tell us about Billie and the Moon. It's Billie away at camp.
Yes.
And he's really struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling with the noise and with all of the activities and so many things that they don't know about, and they decide to like step outside at night and casually speak to the moon, and the moon answers.
Ooh.
So it's this beautiful feeling of chaos during the day and quiet at night with a friend who listens to you, who understands, who is very like you, and who just wants to slow things down.
So who's the perfect audience for this play?
Oh, I think we did this thing on the first day of rehearsal where people started talking and saying, I feel like I'm a bit like Billie. I feel like I'm very shy, very quiet. And then other people are like, I feel like I'm the other kids, you know, like I'm like Sam. So I think it is for all kinds of children because you get to see both sides of that relationship. It's also for parents because we're always trying to manage how our kids fit in, how they, what they do and how they feel about the experiences that we give them.
And you want them to be able to be on their own sometimes. It's part of growing up.
Yeah, I think there's something really beautiful about saying, sometimes I need a bit of time alone, or I need time to myself, or I need to be able to do the things that I need to do.
All right, so it's been a big year for you. Now summer is here.
Yes.
But you do have summer classes.
Yes.
Summer camps. Tell us about what's going on this summer.
Well, we can relate to Billie and the Moon because over the summer we run 9 weeks of summer camp, and there's usually 5 different groups in the building. We've got around 80 children having a great time, just being their true selves, and it's a bit of a loud time at MTYP, but it's wonderfully loud.
And there's still lots of spots available. So
lots of spots available because we have so many offerings. So, and they're catered to the specific age of the child as well, so that they can be with children who are their age and who play or imagine things the same way.
Okay, and then of course a new season for 2025-26. What's that going to look like?
Yes, we just announced it, and we're so excited because we've got a beautiful lineup. We've got a really unique offering in December. It's The Lightning Thief. If you've got an 8 to 12-year-old, the Percy Jackson books are so popular.
My gosh.
I have an 11-year-old, and she loves the books.
Cool.
So a musical built around that is really exciting.
It sounds perfect. Okay, so Billie and the Moon is starting when?
It opens tonight, and it runs until May 11th.